Hi, and welcome to this week's episode. We're here at Browtine Industries, stocking up on some bone max. It's that time of the year where we all try to start our minerals, and we get an opportunity to watch our deer as they develop throughout the year. We have a great show this week. We're going to be chasing some turkeys later on in the episode, but first, we're going to take you to Jackson County, West Virginia, where pro staffer April Mellinger makes one of the best shots that you'll ever see on a whitetail deer. Her husband Ross is behind the camera. I hope you really enjoy it.
So on this episode right here, we're going to be talking about this deer right here that I killed. We run trail cameras all year round, and I'm really bad about whenever we are checking the trail camera pictures with Ross. If I see a deer I like, I claim it like you do when you call shotgun getting in a car, that's my deer. And I'm pretty bad about doing that, and that one's going to be my deer, and that's the one I'm after all year. Ross is a pretty good sport about it too. He usually lets me keep whichever one that I'm claiming is going to be my deer of the year. So it was this deer that I was my number one target for the year. There was actually two deer that were in that area where my tree stand was. This is the one we called the tall 10, and then we had a wide 10. This is the one that I really wanted to kill just because he's a little more unique, where Browtines are so tall, and just his frame is pretty unique. So I only hunted that stand twice. Both was with my husband Ross. The first time that I went and hunted that stand, we didn't actually get to set for very long because my stepdaughter had actually called and told us that she had killed her very first buck ever with her bow, which happened to be a 10-point.
Alright, we're out of the stand. Just got a message here from Kate, our 16-year-old, who says she just stuck a nice 8. So, April and I are down. We didn't have a very productive evening. It's a long story, but we didn't have a very productive one. We're down, we're on our way, and we're helping our 16-year-old track her first 8-point.
Jacob goes, oh, there's a buck. So we start watching it for a little bit, and it went and turned broadside. So about 10 minutes later it did, and I drew back and shot. It was a little low, but said it was a heart shot, so it was pretty good, I guess.
How far did he run?
About 50, 60 yards.
Good deal.
First bow kill.
Count them up there for me.
Count them?
2 points.
10.
Huh? Count them up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good deal.
The second time I wanted to go hunt in the stand, Ross had got home from work early and went and had thrown some feed, and actually wasn't really wanting to hunt that stand because he had just thrown feed earlier that day and didn't think that much would show up. But I'm really big on hunting the fronts. When there's a storm coming in or it's going to drop 20 degrees in temperature, I like to go hunt that stand because I've had a lot of success doing that. The deer are on their feet moving more, they come out a little earlier in the daylight to feed, and you have a bigger opportunity to kill some of your big bucks during daylight. So this particular night that I killed him, there was a big storm coming and a cold front coming in. So I kept, he didn't want to go, Ross didn't want to go. I argued with him and said, I really think we need to go because the storm's coming in. So I think that he'll show up tonight. So he really didn't think I would see anything, but like always, he agreed to do what I wanted to do. And we went and hunted that stand. So, we're in the stand, and it's getting probably the last half an hour or so daylight, and I was actually getting a little worried because I hadn't seen much action. It was really windy that night, and I thought I'm going to have to go home and have to admit I was wrong and my husband was right. So when he took a step just a little bit, just enough to give me a little bit of an angle, I went ahead and drew back. And whenever I drew back, he looked at me, and I kind of stood there and froze for just a second, hoping he would just take one more step closer to me so that way it wouldn't be such a steep angle. And he never did, but he picked up his leg like he was going to get ready to walk away. So I put it all the way back right behind that last rib.
There is a front that's coming in tonight, and the radar is showing some rain, so we're going to go find her here. Was that hard?
You did a good job. That's good. So this is the big 10 that I've been looking for all summer, and went and sat in this stand 2 or 3 times and really didn't see a whole lot. And we almost didn't come today because the weather was pretty warm out, but we went ahead and came anyway. And he came out right about 7 o'clock and didn't really get a really good chance to get a really good shot. He was kind of angled away from me a little bit. But I'm just really excited that we found him.